So,
Howdy doody.
are you are you
Podcast.
are you doing the intro today?
You can do it.
All right, this is Houston Howell. I'm here with Sean Bodler, right? Is that your name?
Yeah, that's good.
I'm here with Sean Bodler, and this is what episode is this?
It's got to be 24 or 24.
24,
I don't remember. Let's look.
25.
Is it 25?
So it really doesn't matter, but Sean gets very OCD about the title and number of the show.
It's true. It's true. I do. Let's see where we're at. We are on podcast 25. Yeah, episode 25.
And today we are going to talk about Christmas.
Christmas. Okay.
Now, we don't have to talk about Christmas. Talk about what should we talk about?
Let's talk about consciousness.
That's heavy. That sounds too heavy for me.
All right. Well, Christmas was too light on the feather.
Listen, here's what
We'll
I
talk about Christmas consciousness. We'll meet in the middle.
Christmas consciousness. We'll meet in the middle. Let's talk about uh how was your week?
Yeah, my week's been fine. I I'll be honest, folks. I did sort of rant to Houston just a second ago.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to press record because that was kind of off the record stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was off the record. But
right.
so I pressed record and we did not have a topic in mind. And I
Yeah,
thought I was going to be able to convince Sean to talk about Christmas.
I
And
don't mind talking about Christmas. We can talk about Christmas.
well, you know what? Maybe we should do that a little bit closer to Christmas.
Yeah, it's true. Still got some time.
Um, hold on. We're going to start over.
Okay, really?
Or should I keep going?
I don't no. I don't know.
All right, we're going to keep going then. Let's make this uncomfortable.
Okay. We just have the whole. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about. That's this episode.
Talk about the anxiety of Christmas,
Yeah.
shopping,
Shop.
consumerism,
Yeah.
capitalism,
I
greed.
I bought helmets for my boys, and then Emily said no, so I returned the helmets, except for one of them, which is a Spidey Man helmet.
Well, I'm here over here complaining about Christmas, but you have kids. You've got a lot more people to shop for.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so there's the five boys that three of them are foster kids, and then two of them are Will and Owen, which the right there.
Yeah, and I'm over here. I don't really have any real responsibilities, and and
I have less as a divorced man.
as a divorced man, right? But
Yeah,
it's still, you're there. Um,
yeah. But I honestly, I feel like I really do enjoy being around them, especially now that I don't have a lot of responsibility. I mean, I do. And even then, like, it just makes it so that I can do the dishes more like freely. I don't even care. I just do them. I mean, back when I was not divorced, everything was a huge chore. I was always really low on energy, but I feel better. Just have more energy. I'm
how long,
studying to. Yeah, go
how
ahead.
long do you think is too long to fart in front of a loved one?
Like the length of the fart.
No, no. So if you're in a relationship with somebody,
Okay.
when do you think you're close enough that
You
you can
cannot do
fart?
past 8 seconds. That would just be excessive.
8 seconds. It's not the length of the fart, the length of time before you feel comfortable farting in front of your significant other.
I think I think it just depends on the individual, how cool the girl is, I guess. If she
I don't
farts in
I
front of
don't
me, it's definitely time for me to fart in front of her.
I've been in a really on and off relationship for almost 2 years, and I still have not farted in front of my significant other. But she has farted already in front of me, and I still don't feel comfortable farting. Um,
You don't ever let one slip. Sometimes you let it slip.
I know
You
I'm very
sit down and
careful.
it's like whoop.
I am very careful. I always have been of being around girls and farting because one time I was on the beach and I was a kid and
No, just like you are now.
yeah, just like I am now with this terrible background. And I was hanging out with these two girls and we were hanging out and I thought they were, cute. Um, and I was trying to be cool and stuff. And I forget what we were doing on building a freaking sandcastle. We were all kids. And, I was trying to be all cool building the sandcastle. And just out of nowhere, I didn't even see it coming. I just farted
Really?
really loud. And they looked
Dang.
at me and I was so embarrassed. And I tried to play it off like nothing happened for the rest of
Yeah.
the day. And I just
Yeah.
walked around with a fake smile on my face, like I wasn't totally embarrassed.
Yeah. It was one
And
of those
ever
days.
since then, I've never farted. I can't fart around a
Well,
woman.
I think it's a sign of confidence. It's a sign of masculinity.
What, marking your territory?
no, no, just like you don't care. You guys are just cool.
Yeah,
I mean, when
that's.
you're married for 9 years, it's gonna happen. I mean, because
Oh, it's
people
got to.
are.
You kidding me? But is it a year in? You never know. You know,
Well, it's more than a year in because you have been with, you know, your special someone for more than a year. I don't know. She doesn't like us saying her name, so
yeah. But here's the thing: still don't live. We've never lived together,
mm,
so that might factor in. I think it probably a week after moving in with the person is the right amount of time.
okay. It's like,
You just
and by the
don't.
way,
We all do it, and I don't know why farts are still funny to me. What's funny about it? It's waste coming out of your butt. It smells bad. It's gross.
so I showed you this video once a long time ago, and I had forgotten I showed it to you, and then you reminded me of it, and then I remembered that I showed it because you had reminded me. But it was just, a guy gets abducted. He gets pulled into a room. It's like a science room that they're about to do an experiment on him, and he's just freaking out. It's a terrible moment, and then butt is coming towards his face,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
then he,
that's exactly what I was thinking of.
and then the butt squeezes out a fart, and that's it. And they let him go, and he's just walking away like life has just begun kind of moment.
I remember exactly where I was when you sent that to me.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was sitting on a porch in Newark, Delaware,
Mm.
and I was not expecting that ending at all.
Yeah.
And it just was so left to center, and it was a fart, and there was a butt in it. So I just laughed hysterically.
Yeah. You know, I send you all kinds of internet things, but really, there are things that when I send it to you, already I know, like, he's going to appreciate this more than some things, you know,
Probably,
like,
probably.
the guy that was sitting in church and it was just the back of his head and he had like a wrinkly scalp. And so it looked like it was a smile. And
Mhm.
then he was wearing his sunglasses on backwards. So, like, just the whole back of his head looked like a man smiling with in shades. Do you remember that? It wasn't that long ago either.
I
It
don't.
was on it was on Instagram.
Hold on.
I almost have to like show you right now.
I'm just gonna look at my phone for the next 10 minutes and look this up.
You're disappearing because you're looking at your phone.
The viewers don't mind watching me on my phone. No,
I'm
maybe
gonna I'm
some.
gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
No. We're doing a podcast. We can't be on our phones.
But yeah, no, I mean, I want to show. Maybe I can show people. Can I share the screen and show them?
No, you're gonna break it.
Yeah, because it might go terribly wrong. I
Now,
do.
on your screen, are we on top of are you on the top and am I on the bottom of the screen?
Mhm. I can't
Different.
see. I mean, I hide my self view, but even then, my self view is just a little spot in the corner.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
so
we're getting off topic. We're already off topic.
I can only see you, so I don't keep looking at myself.
Farts. I'm beginning to think, did we talk about farts already on this podcast?
We
Did we get,
have,
we did.
yeah,
It's kind of sad, isn't it?
we have talked about it
We have talked about farts.
and how girls don't or something. Or no, that's pooping. But yeah, anyway, same thing.
I think Sean wants to change the subject.
No, we can still talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I've said enough.
What do you want to talk about?
I've got the worst dry mouth right now. I don't know. We could veer off farts. We could talk about pee or diarrhea, or we could talk about vomiting
Hmm.
or
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, all of which are funny. It's what we do when we're on the beach. Maybe I should be on the beach too in that same background.
it's not making me any happy at all. The speech. It's just sad. You can't hear the waves.
This is a sad episode. Episode 25, half of 1/4 of the way to 100. And this is our sad episode.
You think you're doing everything right, and you get to finally get your time on the beach,
Mm.
pillow, and you get to the beach and you find out everything that you fought for in your life was a lie, and that you live in a world filled with corrupt pestilence that infests inside your ears and your souls like ear soul worms,
Mm.
and you just keep laughing, but nobody can hear the laughter.
I cannot believe we do an entire podcast and it's only really basically only ever us two, except for Bob and
No,
Aaron.
we did we did the one with Bob and we did the one with
Aaron.
yeah, but that never aired. But I used a clip of that from that episode on Instagram once.
Mm.
And that episode is still on our account. We just never aired it. There's a lost episode of our podcast.
Your background is driving me nuts. Not
Why?
because of the background, but because it keeps chopping into your body. And like your body disappears and then reemerges. And your pillow is like, there you go, you're gone. It's driving me nuts.
Well, Sean doesn't like my beach background.
It's
Well,
true.
it's
You're not
what?
gonna like it either when you watch this.
I like it. It gives the viewers something to watch. Don't get bored with your fan. Nobody wants to see that crap. Your
My
fan
fans don't like my
going
fan.
around in circles like the circles that we all walk in life because we're afraid to go straight because everyone wants to go in circles. Everyone wants to talk in circles. Everyone wants to be in the circle, but nobody ever wants to step out of the circle.
You make me want to look at my fan for some reason. Yeah, right. It's right there, huh? I can't do it, you said. Hold on.
Where are you going? Get back here. This is a real moment we're having.
Hold on. Crossroad seem to come and go. Yeah,
No,
the gypsy
times I
flies from coast to coast.
if I had met her in another time,
Knowing many,
having a hard
loving
time.
none. What?
No, keep going. I'm talking to the music.
Knowing many, loving none. Bearing sorrow, having fun. But back home he'll always run, run to sweet Melissa. Yeah. Freight train, each car looks the same. All the same, you see. And no one knows the gypsies. No one hears his lonely sighs.
Did you mess up a lyric?
There are no blankets where he lies. In the deepest dreams, the gypsy flies with sweet Melissa. Yeah. But then the moment come, then his on the run. Sunbeam shining through his hair. Oh, I forget. Oh, damn. Appears not to have a care.
Is that part of the lyrics? Oh, dang it. Was that part of the song?
It is. That's what happens when you just don't say anything. A guitar comes out.
That was pretty good.
Things I haven't played it in a minute, but
That was very good.
oh, shut up.
I'm glad we got to do that.
Oh, thanks.
He just told me to shut up. I was giving him a compliment.
I'll pay you to shut up.
Told me to shut up.
I'll give you $5
Who
just
taught you manners? Me?
probably $5
I think I
just to
did.
shut
I remember when we first met each other, you would get on me about my manners and everything.
Mm,
And then I told you, I gave you the song I wrote because, you're all
yeah.
about doing good in school and manners. And I was like, know what you gotta do if you want to be cool? You gotta do like I do and do bad in school. And
Hey.
you never talked to me about manners. And we that was a big deal, that song.
Yeah, I like that song. You made it in Camp Conrad.
It's a song promoting being a loser that I wrote when I was 9.
It's just catchy, It's just catchy.
What you gotta do if you want to be cool? You gotta do like I do and do bad in school. Which that song was very accurate because I was not a good student.
Mm. Well, I mean, how many people we see everybody successful drops out of school, doesn't do good in school. It's like the entirety of the world that does really, really well doesn't really do great in school. It's all the average Joes that do good in school.
You did pretty well in school, right?
So, like, the way I see it is in high school, I didn't like school. And then in college, I really didn't like school. But I then went on to do, I mean, I finished college and I finished graduate school. So I must have been okay with it. I think I don't like it, but I see a purpose of it for me in the sense that I see myself sort of, and this is no knock on you, Houston, but I see myself sort of as an average Joe. And
Why is that a knock on me?
I said it wasn't a knock on you.
Oh, but that usually means it is a knock on me.
No, because you're hanging out with an average Joe, and I'm sorry.
He's an average all-American Joe Sixpack.
Yeah, I probably have. I mean, Tom Petty is probably cooler than me.
Okay.
Anyway, so, but I see there's a purpose in school, just in the sense that, you, I mean, the goal is that you're able to do something that you wouldn't do otherwise. It's not like I enjoy school. In fact, studying, it's like, yeah, it's hard. I'm trying to go to law school. I don't like the studying, but I mean, I guess I don't mind it once I get into it. It's like weightlifting. It's like if you're about to weightlift, you don't want to. Is that fair to say? I don't
No,
like
it's
it.
not fair to say.
You like to go to the gym. You're like, let's get in there and pump some iron.
It's not fair to say. No.
You're not fair to say.
Yeah, I didn't I think my last 2 years of high school when I got away from Wilmington where I did pretty well. And then but the rest of school, like when I was in the Wilmington Public School District, I just didn't give because nobody cared. So why should I care?
Well, you've
So
always been into film. I mean, like
yeah, it was
you almost innately and creatively teach yourself how to do that. You don't necessarily need someone telling you what to do with that. You
yeah.
know? I mean, that's how it seems like. And you're at the QVC making your way up the chain there.
But we're
Did
not
you
supposed to
know,
talk about
ladies and
that on the
gentlemen,
podcast. My job. But
Kevin Hart in the
cut that
studio?
part. We got to cut this part out now.
Why?
'Cause I can't talk about my job.
I don't like the fact that I
Podcast.
don't have any say in what we cut and what we don't cut.
I think I've told you I can't talk about that on the podcast.
I
I
just
don't want to. Huh?
fine. It's gonna be like, oh, and by the way, blip, and that's what
Otherwise,
I
I would
was.
have told that story, that interesting, very interesting story that I can't talk about
Well,
on the
you can cut
podcast.
it out then. You
Well,
cut it out.
I'm not going to talk if we're going to cut it out.
You cut that out.
All
Go
right.
to the
We need to
John.
dial this back. We need to dial this back into some
Okay,
sort of structured
your
podcast.
hands like they're like erasing into the background
Well,
with
I
your
like it.
face. Your face is also like coming in and out of the
We
picture.
need to dial the, come on, we got to either round this out somehow back into some, we need to fix this.
Okay,
We
fix it.
need to fix this podcast.
You fix it.
See, it's no, we need to fix it.
You fix it.
Now he's just going to yell, "You fix it," and no, this is not compelling entertainment anymore.
I don't think it's been the whole episode. Honestly, I feel like it would be more entertaining if they watched us sleep. Wouldn't that be an interesting episode if it was just you sleeping and me sleeping on the
I
other
wanted
side?
to talk about Christmas. We could have done a whole episode about Christmas, but
You
you didn't want to
suck.
do it. You didn't want to do it.
You suck the big
I had
one.
all these rants I was going to go into about Christmas. It was going to be funny, and then next week I'm going to forget them all. I'm going to forget all these rants I had in my head about Christmas. About the
I want you to get a drink of water right now. Do you want some of my stuff?
Can you tell that my mouth is really dry? Like,
Yeah,
can you hear that, or is it like I've
I
been
can
eating
see it when you're
nickels?
licking your
Come on.
lips.
Oh, it's terrible cotton mouth.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Bandego. Baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo? We'll take it fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. Go down to. All right. Is that better?
I'm gonna keep vaping so that my mouth gets dry again.
You know when your mouth is getting dry, you're pretty high. To quote George Thorogood.
George Thorogood.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were listening to that song 2 days ago. I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast, but it's my favorite song ever made.
Yeah,
And
I think we did.
did we talk about it about one bourbon?
Yeah. Where
Yeah,
he's just complaining for a while.
yeah, yeah. And he doesn't pay. We talked about this, and then I talked about it at work the other day. So now I'm all like, I forgot that we talked about it on here. But I
That's
love
probably
that
why
song.
you talked about it at work.
And I told you he went to the same high school I did. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sure I said
Right.
all that.
You know what I started to do? This is a Houston original idea. Keeping a dream journal.
Oh, you're actually doing it?
Yeah. On November 29th, I dreamt of visiting a friend of mine. Are you leaving again? Jeez, okay. Well, I'll
No.
just read it to. Okay, so I dreamt of visiting friends of mine and ordering takeout, like Chinese, I guess. I can't remember that. Moments before I awoke, a robot voice said, "Goodbye." On the 2nd of December, I dreamt of living in Seattle and having to move back in with my aunt and uncle in Florida because life wasn't working out. On December 8th, I dreamt of somebody furious at me. This was just the other night. Furious at me and slamming the door to their house. Like it was, they were like, I saw them, they slammed their door, but the door slam, it was sort of like a back out, and then I saw the house, like, and it was just like a slam.
Slam. Da, 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 da. Come on, slam. Slam. Well, that's good that you're keeping a dream journal, and it seems like it's a lot of dreams that are, I
They're
don't
bad right now, but it's
know,
okay.
they're upsetting.
They're upsetting, but it's okay. I like dreams even if they are upsetting. It's sort of like just I just like to have dreams. Just give me the good, give me the bad, give me the ugly.
Well,
Yeah, I'll take anything.
I
I
have
just like it. Do you
well,
have a dream journal?
see the journal. You can't see it because of the
It's
stupid
true, yeah.
background, but I was trying to show you my lyric journal.
Oh, nice. Read something.
Sipping nonsense with a twisted conscience. I've been sent to bomb shit and dispensed with bong rips. We see the sky fall, the needles and drywalls, the evilest eyeballs defeated as I crawl.
I like that. That's awesome. I really do.
It's a bunch of abstract nonsense, but what I do is I try to keep working on it until it means something.
You have a really good like white rapper voice.
I know, you know what? Every time I try to rap, it goes into that high pitch like Beastie Boys Eminem kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think like yeah, it's like you said, it's the and I try not to do that, but I can't, it's hard for me to do it in any other voice. Like that's where my voice wants to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that.
I like it.
So I've been doing these albums for fun that I do every once in a while as my characters so that I don't do that voice all the time. So I do
Mhm.
it in different voices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love the dream journal you're keeping. I love writing lyrics. I'm going to be using it for something soon.
With the dream journal, you gotta make that moment of effort when you first get up that you don't want to do. That's what I find. It's like I definitely when I first wake up and it's like 5 a.m. It's like, oh, I had a dream, but I don't want to go write it down. You got to kind of force yourself.
Yeah, I had a very, very disturbing dream when I was
When?
it was when I was in rehab, but the dream was so vivid and it touched on so many different things that were happening in my life in such
Hmm.
a symbolic way that I got up and I grabbed the first piece of paper like you're doing now and wrote it down because apparently if you do that as much it seems like if you do that and you make it a pattern that you'll be able to remember the dreams later on and it's worked for me because I still remember that one dream to this day. I remember every single detail about it.
What happened?
Uh, oh, it's a lot of personal dark, and it wouldn't make any sense.
Mm.
But I remember it. I remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear even if you're just reading a lot, which I am reading a lot these days, it's like it sort of spikes your ability to dream, you know.
Yeah, I
I
know.
gave you an Axl Rose poster. Do you like it? Did you hang it?
I love that. No, I don't know where to hang it yet. I'm
Hang
thinking
is
about
gorgeous.
just putting it in a frame because I don't have posters. I have framed artwork, so I'm going to put it in a frame first and then put it up
Okay.
because I don't like put posters up.
Yeah. Not anymore.
It ruins the poster, but it's a very cool Axl Rose poster. I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast. I was obsessed with Axl Rose in high school
Hmm.
for all the wrong reasons. Um, and it's a cool picture of Axl Rose. I think it was taken in 1987, and he's screaming into the microphone and he's going, like
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. I like it. And
Yeah.
your gift is going to be coming soon. I got to mail it out. It's going to
Yeah.
be, I don't know what to mail it in because it's very soft, and that's all I'm going to tell you.
Even though it's Christmas, your gift is actually a birthday gift because Houston's going to be 39 on the 23rd of December, which is unfortunate for him because he has a birthday, Christmas birthday, which I think for kids it's hard. I think when you get older, it's like, oh, well, whatever. Because we all don't care about our birthdays anymore, really. But when you're younger, it's hard, because the birthday is supposed to be special. But when you're a Christmas birthday, it doesn't seem as special. And the only reason I know this is because of you. I mean, I really have no other reason I don't know any other Christmas birthday, like really.
I know people who were born on Christmas, so they have it worse than I do. It's a load of crap. That's the lot I got handed in life. Let's put your birthday 2 days before the biggest holiday of the year.
Yeah.
The last thing parents want to do is take their kids and then you get the Christmas and birthday thing. It's a Christmas and your birthday present.
I mean, if it was just 2 weeks later, it'd be totally fine,
Yeah, yeah.
in January.
It's and my girlfriend's birthday is at the end of December. And that's like, oh, well, that's fine. People have already forgotten about Christmas, blah, blah, blah. But what am I going to do?
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Celebrate it. So next year he'll be 40, and I already know his next year's birthday present. I'm probably more invested in Houston's birthday than he is.
I hate birthdays. I think it's a load of crap.
It's just going to be a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt that says it just says I'm actually in my 40s, but it's in their symbol.
He's telling me the gift.
I know. You're not even going to remember.
That's you can't do that.
I'm sorry. You're still getting it though.
I'm not telling you what I'm getting you, and you're never going to guess what it is.
For my birthday?
No, for Christmas.
Oh, it's true. I have no idea. I hope it's 2 cruise tickets. You got 2 tickets to paradise.
Not 2 cruise tickets.
Ah, dang it. 3 cruise tickets, one for your girlfriend.
No. And
Four.
I bought no cruise tickets.
We should go on a cruise, though. That'd be fun.
That's what the episode should have been about.
Going on a cruise? Yeah.
We should have talked about that. Now it's too late.
Yeah. I remember one time we were talking about it after an episode, and it was really funny. And we cut it off short. I was talking about how I was going to pay for the whole thing in plasma donations. And then you would pull me out on a stretcher out into like the deck area, and we'd be like under the stars, and you'd be like, "Is it worth it, Sean?" And I'd just be like, hey, I can see your teeth." I wish I could draw on. Maybe I can draw on you.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're
No,
sorry.
wait. Before we go, we need to apologize to everybody because
This was a terrible episode.
it's my fault, everybody. It's my fault.
I do agree with that.
Because I pressed the record button.
No, I just think also you brought like a poopy energy to the whole thing.
Well, you mean a poopy energy?
Yeah, you were Mr. Negative over there. Mr.
Well,
Tired.
first of all, okay, now you're blaming all of it on me. Let's get to the part where we blame a lot of it on you. So a lot of this is your fault. Um, uh, because I don't know, but the thing is we apologize to our investors who have been investing in Huge stock, Huge coin. Huge coin is a Houston and Sean coin system that we're coming up with, kind of like Bitcoin,
Mhm.
but except it's not fucking stupid. And yeah, Huge coin, invest in Huge coin. And I'm getting grossed out because Sean's eating a salad. So, any last words?
It's your fault.
No, it has to be a positive.
Right. It's not your not fault.
All right, I'll accept that. That's good. That's good enough for me. All right. Next episode, number 26, right?
Yeah. Unless we
We're gonna
choose
do a Christmas episode. So next time.
we should not air this, and Christmas should be the 25th.
So we did all this. We're not going to air it. I'm just going to delete it.
Maybe save it.
Ugh, just wasted an hour. That was good. I think there was good stuff in this.
It's terrible. Rewatch it. Rewatch it before you air it.
I'm just going to put it up.
No.
What difference does it make? Because it's a moment in time. We got real moments. And it's still recording. It's not over yet.
We cannot air this episode.
Why?
Anyway, let's just stop it.
No, why can't we air it?
Because it wasn't good enough.
The one before this one wasn't good enough. I like this one.
What was the one before it?
The one where the last one we did I liked, but we did the one before it, and I hated that one. I didn't want to air that
The
one.
video game one? Or the Halloween one?
I don't remember. What did we do one last week?
I think so. 24. Let's look at what it was.
I'm having a heart attack. I think I'm having a heart attack.
Yours, yeah. Last week we did it about your artwork.
Yes, that's right. I like that one, but the one before we didn't like, and I didn't want to air it. And the more that we talk about not airing this, the more it's starting to make me think, this episode might be the best episode.
Well, just watch it.
Well, no, we gotta we're having ourselves having a real like moment right now. Like
This is really how most of our friendship goes, but
this is a real this is the real Houston and Sean that people got tonight. And I think we pulled a lot of magic out of it.
just us disagreeing a lot.
I like that. I like that. That's what people want to see. They want to see, you know, the realness of America and you know what I'm saying?
Stop the effing episode.
No, I'm not stuck.
Ah, what do you got?
Huh?
What else do you want to talk about?
Nothing. I just think this is amusing.
Fine.
Is that the last thing you want to say? And then we'll click the stop button.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, say the last thing.
I did.
All right, I press the stop button.
No, you didn't.
See the sweat, beads of sweat dripping down the foreheads of Houston and Sean.
I'm fine.
No, you're fine now. He's gonna blow. All right.
I'm gonna
Now we'll stop it. But there's one thing I want to say before we go.